things get better, or did we get used to it? Tell me, how did we get here? So much space in this bed. Did we learn to make good dinner? Feel like all that we could give. Yeah, we can do better. Yeah, we can do better than this.
Dude, it's been amazing. It's been about, well, over a year since we released any music, 2 years since we did an album. So it's been a whirlwind for everyone the past 6 months around the world, hasn't it? And I think being in the music industry, trying to figure out, one, whether we can release any music at all, and then two, how's best to do that. It's been a real challenge, but it's been really, really fun to put this album together in the last year, especially the last few months, and to be able to shoot a music video, do some photo shoots. We've just been so lucky that we've been allowed to do that, and it's really exciting to finally share it with the world, man.
I think we were so lucky that we had the album to focus on, in a way. Like, it gave us something to, it united us for the past like 2 years anyway, but finishing it during lockdown has been like a kind of mission that, right, we're not gonna let this hold us back as a band, and it's important for music throughout this time to be the relief and be the thing that hopefully pulls people out of a pretty rubbish situation. So we wanted to get it finished for so many different reasons.
Pushing 106 down PCH, I drink it down, the aftertaste tastes like heartbreak and mistakes, but I can't wait to walk along that starry strip. I feel it up, it feels like bliss. I show my head, they look like this. Mister, I'm all in. Bet your house and I'll call it.
You know what? Things have changed, but we're strong as ever. We're like the best friends. We've been going for, 8 years. It seems like so long ago, but you know, it's gone so quick. I mean, we were on tour for pretty much 6 years of that, and
right,
as special as that was, it took it out of us, and we needed a little bit of just relax to really kind of write this album, and that was perfect. And I feel like it's just been such a fun ride, and we're super excited to get music out there. We're super excited to eventually get on the road again, you know, because that's what we do. That's why we do it. That's what we're about. So, yeah, dude, it's been a crazy 8 years, but we're so excited for the future, and I feel like we got so much energy and focus, and this is just the beginning.
We definitely started out writing the album with a live show in mind, more so than ever. Like, this is the most live show influenced album that we've had, because we've realized over the years how important that is for us. Before, like, we did those DJ collaborations across the third and fourth album, and it was a case of making something in the studio and then figuring out how it works live after. Whereas the two things were very intertwined this time around. It was like, let's make it sound as live as possible on the record, and then when it will just translate live. But we didn't try and steer away from that too much. We're just, at the moment, dude, figuring out how we're going to do a virtual show or any form of show via the internet that can translate the same thing that a live show does, or at least give people that sense of like, oh, I feel like I'm watching live music again, and make it engaging.
We're naturally gonna change how we make music, just with the fact that, you know, we were like, I was 16, 17 when we started, and we're like 24 to 27 now. So I think there's gonna be that change. But then as well, we've wanted to, you know, keep it fresh for us. And we've done a few different things. We started off doing acoustic, then we went to do the DJ thing, like the sort of dance sort of world thing. And now we're where we're at now, which is we've done it without it having like any influences from other music. And so I think, yeah, there's a bit of both, just natural and conscious decision within it.
The response has only been positive from what I've seen, which is quite surprising, because I think you're right. Every time bands release albums, you're always expecting a slight bit of criticism and negativity. But honestly, this time, I think because we put so much into this new album, and even down to the artwork, even like the interviews that we're doing around the music and stuff, we're so conscious of the image that we want to portray that I think fans have recognised how much this means to us. So I think with that in mind, they've been very, very appreciative of it. And I think, you know, you're right in saying that fans do get precious on sort of sounds of their favourite bands, but I guess those fans have grown as we have. A lot of our fan base now are the same age as us. And I think, you know, as we get older, things change. We're influenced by different things. We go through relationships, we have life changes and stuff. And I think that happens for the fan base just as much as it does for us. So, yeah, luckily they seem to be really enjoying it, mate.
I think the first 3 tunes, Married in Vegas, Chemicals, Better, it's a very, very strong indication of what you can expect in terms of like these big, powerful live drums that kind of run throughout the album. It's this hybrid of programming that sound like big, like fucking Phil Collins sounding drums mixed with Triss's live drums that he played. All the guitars sound very similar to the kind of Chemicals and Married in Vegas sound, so it's all quite gritty, even down to the vocal production. The vocal production is very distorted, in your face, and that was a conscious decision to kind of create this sound that we love. And then in terms of the songs, they're the most, I mean, I'm so proud of these songs in so many different ways. We've produced half for this album, we've written the full thing, and each song is like an aspect of a person. I feel like they're like make up one person's personality. Each song, you've got insecurities and vulnerabilities, and then you've got moments of confidence and ego, and then you've got like the celebration and all of these. So it's all of these things that make up humans. That's what these 10 songs kind of they stretch that depth of human emotion, and they explore a lot of different things.
With this album, it's because we have done a lot of it on our own, really. The songs, I think this time more than ever, we've all kind of been the 4 of us here have been part of most songs at some point along the line, which I think is really, really important. And even if like the bulk of the song's been written on a guitar, like we rented a few Airbnbs over the past sort of year or so, and even we had the song sort of written, but then like the beauty of what these boys do is, you know, as Brad said, they've produced half of this album, so even though a song may be written, it sort of takes a new life when it's produced properly. So in every different every song at some point there's been something contributed from someone, which I think is really, really interesting. But I guess the majority of these songs, have been in a bedroom on guitar or in
interesting. Yeah, so I was going to say it's interesting because like I think each one of us adds different things, and like a lot of the lyrics and melodies feel very, very personal, and like the songs that were written, like James has said, like songs like Would You Tread in Water, they're songs that like have been written in hotel rooms, like by myself lyrically or like melodically, and then it starts as a very rough, easy demo, and then it comes in and it's like, okay, what do we pick and choose from everyone? What does everyone bring to this to make it feel like a kind of communal thing? So it's like, what bass can we add from, like Con adds his bass line, and there's so many special moments of like Con sat lying back after a few drinks, just like and spending an hour figuring out the bass. And then it's songs like Protocol, which started out like on a guitar, but then it completely got stripped back when Triss went in and played the live drums. So he did a full pass of the live drums, and then there was a full production on it. He went in and played the drums, and then it was like, okay, that original production wasn't right. It was like, we'll take the vocal and we'll take the live drums and we'll rebuild the production around that, because that's how the song should sound. So it's like, it's just funny seeing the journey of the songs from where they start out to where they've now ended up on the album. There's a lot of like little things that everyone throws into the cooking pot.
I think we definitely did use the album as that sort of escape for us through lockdown. We were so focused throughout the whole thing that I think we missed a lot of what was going on outside because we were so focused as well. And we were constantly, you know, sending parts to each other, recording, doing Zoom meetings about songs and whatever. But I think, you know, we're always still involved with what's going on in the media, and, you know, keeping sure that everyone's safe and healthy. And I think that's why we're sort of so scared and nervous to put on this tour, because we still don't know what's going to happen next year. So, hopefully everyone can stay safe and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to get the music out there just for people to enjoy. But in terms of the tour, I guess, you know, we're just hoping that it happens in April and we can tour around them, you know. But if it's not safe to do so, we won't do it, of course. But I feel like, you know, we want to give our fans something to look forward to, whilst kind of being realistic and staying safe at the same time.
Three of us live really, really close, and then Con only lives like 45 minutes away. So as soon as we could, we all got together, had a big hug. It was an emotional time. Good to see each other. But then we just finished off the album together. It was really weird though, because we were catching up over Zoom, and then you're like, haven't seen it. It's the longest that we haven't seen each other easily. That was like 3-4 months of not being together.
I feel like we've just become closer, you know, we have become closer, we missed each other. Obviously, I learnt that I missed them even more, I think that I would say.
Now, are you guys hands-on with the styling and the video and the imagery of the group, or do you have...
We always kind of, very hands-on. We always have a vision of what we wanted to do for this kind of album. I feel like a lot of the artwork is very prominent, and we need to we've always matched the artwork to the music, so we want to match the styling to the music as well. So that we worked with stylist Adele, and she's so good, and we love what she brings to the table. And we've definitely gone more out there with fashion this time, and we're trying new stuff, and we're loving the new stuff, and it's a bit more edgy and darker, and yeah, it's something that we've always been involved with.
We also co-directed the last music video that came out a few days ago, which is the first video that we've properly directed as well.
Swimming in a pool of people, the only one I see is you. All these bodies dancing.
So Cherry Blossom is Japan's national flower, and we'd spent some time in Japan. We'd been there as a band, and then a few of us, James stayed and I stayed, and we stayed separately. And then I came up with like the name. I just immersed myself in Japanese culture, and then loved the meaning and the sentiment behind Cherry Blossom. And then we came back and spoke about it as a four. And the more that we dived into it and built the concept and built the idea, it began to really, really take shape. And it just felt like the perfect thing. This idea of rebirth, positivity, being present, the fragility of life, and like grabbing it by the scruff of the neck and enjoying it. Like, that was something that this whole album is about. So that's where Cherry Blossom was born out of, really.
Cherry Blossom, we put our heart into it. We hope everyone enjoys it. And as soon as we can, we will be touring it. So October the 16th, Cherry Blossom. Let's go.
Hi, I'm James.
Hello, I'm Brad.
Hey, I'm Tristan.
Hey, I'm Connor. We are the Vamps, and you have just been buzzed.